Hi, this is Dan Sullivan. I'd like to welcome you to the Multiplier Mindset Podcast. In my role as strategic coach over the years, I've been interviewed a lot for magazines, for newspapers, radio and television, and also podcasts and various other media. And one of the questions comes up is about innovation, because innovation is such a major factor of 21st century economic life. There's a recognition that things cannot grow unless there's new innovations. So as it relates to entrepreneurs, and I'm a coach to entrepreneurs, people ask me the question, what is the biggest obstacle that actually prevents entrepreneurs from being innovative? I would say there isn't one answer, there's actually two. And one of them is that they feel the need when they come up with a new idea to first of all ask for permission of other people about whether they can actually move forward on this new idea. And the second part of that is asking permission if they don't get the approval and support of other individuals to move forward, then they won't move forward with it. So in essence, they can't think creatively and they can't make decisions and take action and communicate. And the reason is because they feel the need to actually get other people's permission, encouragement, and support. I just like to remind them that the very fact that they're actually an entrepreneur would not be approved of by most people, and that, in fact, their very entrepreneurial life started by doing something that the vast majority of people don't think is really a good way to approach your life. In other words, to give up financial security of having a steady job, of having a steady salary, and going out into the marketplace and taking the risk that you're just going to be smart enough and you're just going to be courageous enough that you're going to be able to generate your own income, that you're going to have ideas and you're going to find a way of creating value that will actually not only allow you to survive in the marketplace, but actually to thrive more than you could have if you were actually being paid by someone else in an employment situation. Okay, so the fact that you're already an entrepreneur and you've taken this big risk, and quite frankly, you didn't need someone else's permission, you didn't need someone else's approval, you didn't need someone else's encouragement to become an entrepreneur in the first place, and you haven't stayed out there and you haven't put in the oftentimes difficult early years of being an entrepreneur. You weren't asking anyone's approval to do that. So why suddenly, when you get a new idea, do you switch back as if you need someone's approval? And if you look at the really great innovators, just going in recent time to the technology-based entrepreneurs, the pioneers like the ones who created Microsoft and Apple Computer and Facebook and Google. Well, they didn't ask anybody's permission to do this before they started. They just went out and did it. And then they tested to see that what they had created was actually creating value, and they took a lot of advice from potential customers. So they didn't ask their parents whether they thought it was a good idea, or the person they're married to, or the people who are working for them, or their college friends, or people they play golf with. They actually just went out into the marketplace and they actually just asked people who would be potential buyers, would you pay me for this new thing? And they were open to actually receiving the feedback. And in some cases, the person says, yeah, I really like this, but there's a few changes I would like. And then they would make the changes and come back, and the person said, yes, I'll pay you for this. Well, that's real knowledge. That's knowledge that really grows in innovation. But the vast majority of people, the person who would actually write the check for the innovation is actually the last person they would ever ask for advice on whether it's actually a good idea or the thing that they're proposing actually creates new value. But instead they ask everybody else, and for the most part, everybody else will discourage you from having a new idea because, for one thing, they don't want to see you differently from the way they've always known you. People kind of like being comfortable with the way the other people in their life are, And one of the problems of people who are innovative all the time is that they're unpredictable because they're doing new things that other people could not have predicted, and it makes other people uncomfortable to see this innovation. So I'm always struck by the fact that how many people kill off their new ideas because it's got to be socially okay. It's got to be socially comfortable for other people if you're going to create this new thing. Well, anything that's new, better, and different is not going to be comfortable. It's going to require people to think about things differently. It's going to require, ultimately, for them to change fundamental habits if they're going to take advantage of the new idea. So I would say, to circle back to where I started with this, I would say it's this desire to be innovative is overpowered by the desire to be acceptable. It's overpowered by the desire to make other people comfortable. And if you are an entrepreneur, right off the bat, you're probably going to make people uncomfortable. So you might as well go all the way. I mean, if you've already started on the path of making people uncomfortable, so why not go 100% all the way and use your entrepreneurial decision and freedom that you've given yourself as an entrepreneur to go 100% and start becoming very, very innovative. Stop worrying about making other people comfortable, making them pleased with you, and just focus on creating great value for lots of great new people that you're going to meet in your life. So just to review a little bit, I said that the answer to the question, what is the biggest obstacle to innovation? It's the desire to be socially accepted. It's the desire to be socially approved of and to be thought of someone who never does unpredictable things and makes other people very, very comfortable. And if you can just always concentrating on creating something that's new, better, and different for new people, then you'll become an incredibly innovative entrepreneur, and you will be that way increasingly for the rest of your life.